As a high school senior, I'm constantly being asked, where are you going to college and what are you going to study? And although I've applied to schools, but my honest answer to the first question is that I have no idea. However, to the second question, my answer is a bit more complex. You see, I want to take courses in molecular biology and organic chemistry, in creative writing and American literature, in calculus and astrophysics, in anthropology and women's studies. I want to travel abroad and continue my learning of the Spanish language, and conduct research pertaining to regenerative medicine and other scientific fields. But, despite all of my interests, despite the fact that I'm only 18 years old, the people who ask me what I'm going to study are the same people that tell me I need to narrow it down. But this is nothing new. All of my life, I have always been told that people are either left-brained or right-brained, logical or creative, artists or athletes, mathematicians or musicians, writers or scientists. In STEM classes, I'm encouraged to pursue engineering or medicine, and in courses focused on the arts or humanities, I'm expected to become an artist or an author. As I enter through the doors of different classrooms, I am only seen within the context of that specific space, and never as my whole self. My physics teacher cannot fathom my love for writing, my English teacher finds math irrelevant, and my calculus teacher recently admitted to me that after decades of teaching, he has only just learned the difference between the different forms of two. In a world defined by ors, I find my identity through ands. I am logical and creative, an artist and an athlete, a mathematician and a musician, a writer and a scientist. But most of all, I'm curious. Growing up, my parents always encouraged me to ask questions, ranging from how tadpoles grow legs and turn into frogs to the origins of the universe. However, the questions of children are often seen as a burden, and their broad interest is seen as an obstacle to overcome rather than an opportunity for learning and growth. But when parents and educators recognize and teach the value of curiosity through exploration and problem solving, student opportunities abound. One of the most incredible things about today is our access to technology. When high-speed internet came to the rural area where I live, my life was forever changed. Suddenly, I had access to any subject that I wanted to learn about, from concepts like Schrödinger's cat to Drake equations and the Fermi paradox, and I was able to have them explained in interesting, comprehensible ways that made learning exciting and left me hungry for more. I, like many students, have always been the most engaged in subjects that I was interested in, but due to my overarching curiosity, I have found nearly every subject to be engaging. I love to read and write, to study chemistry and conduct experiments in the lab, and to learn about the connections between language and culture. I can even see the value of taking derivatives. It's because of this engagement and passion that I have been very academically successful, achieving high grades and test scores in all areas of study. But most American classrooms don't share this value of curiosity, and instead they focus on standardized testing achievement. However, there's a certain irony to this, because in a 30-plus-year study called the Fullerton Longitudinal Study, conducted by Adele and Alan Gottfried of California State University, motivation to learn, aka curiosity, was found to be a more pertinent factor in both learning and academic success and intellect. And in an article written by Scott Barry Kaufman that was published in The Atlantic and looks at the finding of the study, one quote sticks out. Students with gifted curiosity outperform their peers on a wide range of educational outcomes, including math and reading, SAT scores, and college attainment. And according to ratings from teachers, the motivationally gifted students worked harder and learned more. Plus, in my own experience, curiosity has allowed me to make connections between music and math, to view molecules as minuscule works of art, and to use writing and language to express my love for it all. I'd like to take a moment to discuss how my own education has created my lasting curiosity, because it was far from typical. From preschool until 7th grade, I attended a small, open-minded school where I was free to explore, play, and grow. Much of our class time was spent collaborating with peers to create stories, plays, and other projects. And one of the most memorable experiences was bringing my 3 baby goats into the kindergarten classroom so that my classmates could interact with them and learn about animals. However, goats aren't an absolute necessity for inspiring curiosity in students. By encouraging thoughtful questions, meaningful collaborations, and giving students the opportunity to explore and problem solve, teachers and parents can make curiosity possible anywhere. So, while it's clear that curiosity can enhance learning and academic success, the benefits extend far beyond the walls of any classroom. Curiosity has led to countless innovation and has driven societal progress since the beginning of time. Orville Wright, one half of the famous Wright brothers, believed that his greatest advantage in life was growing up in a family that encouraged curiosity. Albert Einstein is quoted as saying, "I have no special talent, I am only passionately curious." And the late Stephen Hawking once said, "Remember to look at the stars, not down at your feet. Try to make sense of what you see and wonder about what makes the universe exist. Be curious." Curiosity is a fundamental part of human nature, and we must make every effort to integrate it into every part of our daily lives. But more than any academic benefits, more than any innovations or progress, curiosity has the power to do something else. It is the power to heal. As the mindset of binary thinking persists, we live in a constant state of divide, and many would argue that as a nation and even as a world, we are more divided than ever before. However, curiosity has the potential to destroy the binary, and when we are willing to be interested in new fields, ideas, cultures, languages, beliefs, and people, we extend our hand across these divides and we begin to form connections. Curiosity is contagious, and the more that we explore the lives and the cultures of the people that we are divided from, the more empathy and opportunities for connections we create. So, whether it's someone sharing a meal with a person on the opposite side of the political or religious spectrum, a math whiz writing a piece of poetry after being told that languages will never be his or her strong suit, an athlete picking up an instrument for the first time, or two groups torn apart by hatred beginning an honest, respectful conversation rooted in empathy, just a small spark of curiosity and a desire to explore the possibilities can initiate the healing that we so desperately need. We can all benefit from asking more questions and forming more connections and being more curious. So, be curious every single day. Make a commitment to asking questions and search for ways to collaborate and connect. Refuse to be defined by ors, because with every and, we can grow and heal.